Good morning. My name is Iverson S. Sabado, and I'm going to continue the report of Ms. Jessa Rivera, Physical Development of High School Learners. My report is all about factors affecting development. In factors affecting development, there are 6 factors that affecting the development of an adolescent. First is the secular trend. Second is the sexual identity. Third is the self-esteem. Fourth is the implication for childcare education and parenting. Fifth is the adolescence and nutrition. And lastly, body image and the adolescent. First, let's talk about secular trend. According to the module, the secular trend is a phenomenon of more rapid physical maturation during this century. And according to my research, secular trend is the increase in adult height seen in many parts of the world, with grow-up children being taller on average than their same-sex parents. Meaning, the secular trend is the development of human body of an adolescent in both girls and boys. At 1800s, girls first had their menstrual period at the age of 15 to 17, and for today's boys, they reach their maximum height at the age of 18 to 20, and for girls is 13 to 14. But 100 years ago, boys reached their maximum height at the age of 23 to 25 and 19 to 20 for girls. The secular trend is ascribed to varied factors such as interaction of genetic and environmental influences. Meaning of genetic is namamana siya from your parents. And environment can also have a huge impact in your development. For example, puro teachers yung nasa paligid mo, may possibility rin na maging teachers ka. If puro sila nagbibisyo, pwede mo ma-adapt yung pagbibisyo nila. Next is improve healthcare and living condition. Meaning, kung hindi ka healthy dati kasi hindi ka kumakain ng mga gulay, dapat kumakain ka ng mga yon para maging healthy yung pag-develop ng iyong body. Next is control of infectious diseases. Para maiwasan ng mga disease, yung mga sickness, is dapat maging healthy ka and mayroon kang proper hygiene at paglilinis sa katawan. Para maiwasan mo yung mga sakit na pwede dumapo sa katawan mo. Sexual identity is how one thinks of oneself in terms of to whom one is romantically or sexually attracted. Sexual identity may also refer to sexual orientation identity, which is when people identify or disidentify with a sexual orientation or choose not to identify with a sexual orientation. Meaning, sexual identity is identifying what is your sexuality is. For example, if you're a male, a female, a lesbian, a gay, or a bisexual. According to Soundtrack, adolescence is a time of sexual exploration, experimentation with sexual fantasies and realities of incorporating sexuality with one's identity. Moreover, adolescents are connected about their body image, sexual attractiveness to how to do sex, and the future of their sexual lives. Most adolescents manage to develop a mature sexual identity, but a number go through with much confusion. So the question here is, how do adolescents develop a sexual identity? But first, according to Bagwell and Rosenthal 1996, an adolescent sexual identity involves a sexual orientation, activities, interests, and styles of behavior. Some adolescents are very anxious about sex and sexually active. Others are only a bit anxious about sex and usually inactive. Sexual orientation is a person's tendency to be attracted to people of the same sex or homosexual orientation. Of the opposite sex, heterosexual orientation, or of both sexes is called bisexual orientation. Again, if same-sex sila, homosexual ang tawag doon. If opposite sex naman, heterosexual, meaning male to female. And if bisexual, meaning male to male, female to female. So, in terms of sexual identity, adolescence is the period when the most gay or lesbian and transgender begin to recognize and make sense of their feelings. Meaning, sa time ng adolescent, unang-unang um, discover ng tunay na kasarian nila is yung mga gay, lesbian, and transgender. Kasi andito yung una, yung kikiligin sila sa mga kasing nilang gender. Pangalawa is yung na-attract sila. And pangatlo is yung parang natatakot silang umamin sa pamilya nila. And pang-apat is yung pag naamin na nila is handa na silang mabuhay ng ganun yung kasarian nila habang buhay. Next is yung self-esteem. A major aspect of identity formation during the period of adolescence is self-esteem. Self-esteem is defined as one's thoughts and feelings about oneself, concept, and identity. So, meaning is self-esteem is also known as self-confidence, and alam naman natin na yung self-confidence or self-esteem is napaka-importante sa mga adolescents. But in adolescence, self-esteem is there's no significant drop. Hindi bumababa or hindi nawawala ang self-esteem ng isang adolescent. Why? Because nandyan yung mga support ng mga friends, family nila, ganun, especially to girls. But for boys, hindi bababa yun kasi kaya nilang tawag dito, maging independent and maging successful lang sila lang by the influence ng others lang kahit walang suporta. So in self-esteem, there is a major contributor for having a low self-esteem, and it is called the lack of romantic competence. Failure to meet the affection of the opposite sex can be a major contributor to low self-esteem in adolescent boys. In mere study, the end of romantic relationship can affect both boys and girls, but girls are twice as likely to experience depression, while boys are 3 to 4 times more likely to commit suicide. Yes, kasi ang girls meron silang mga support from their friends and family. Yun yung mga moral support, kaya nagkakaroon lang sila ng depression, anxiety, and stress. Unlike dun sa boys is nagko-commit sila ng suicide kasi walang sumusuporta sa walang nakakaintindi sa kanila gaano, hindi sila mahilig mag-open up. Kaya nagiging miserable yung life nila, especially if adult na sila, tapos nagko-commit sila ng suicide. Next is implication for childcare, education, and parenting. To meet the physical development of adolescent children, parents need to be aware of manifestation of behavioral patterns that require closer communication, guidance, and support. Meaning, parents and child must have closer communication to talk about the problems, needs of the child. Next is guidance. Parents need to guide their child to do the right thing in life. Next is the support. Parents need to support their children financially, especially financially, because some students or some adolescents is at high school is struggling when nagkakaroon ng bayaran sa school dahil nahihiya silang humingi sa kanilang mga parents. The teens nowadays especially addicted to modern gadgets for music, listening, video games, mobile phone communication, and social media posting. These activities cause shorter sleeping time that may contribute to increased levels of daytime drowsiness, sleeping problems, and depressions. In school, teachers need to be aware of the possible drop in self-esteem among adolescent learners. Teachers' support is crucial to protect adolescent learners against severe distress and anxiety over their schoolwork and social relationship. Sa bahay naman, when it comes to parents, alam na naman natin na yung mga adolescent sobrang addict when using their gadgets such in playing video games, especially in browsing, such as using social media platforms such as Facebook, na maaaring makasagap nila ng maling information at ma-adapt nila, then pwedeng makapagbabago or makapagpasama sa buhay nila. When it comes naman to teachers, dapat teachers' role is very crucial in childs or in adolescents, because dapat alam niya yung manage niya yung pagbibigay ng schoolworks or paperworks, kasi maaaring mag-cause ito ng anxiety, stress, and depression to its students or to the adolescents. Why? Kasi mababawasan na yung pagkakaroon niya ng family bonding, quality time together with its family, tapos mawawalan sa ng social relationship to others, social interaction, kasi imbis na makipag-bonding siya to its friends, yung adolescent, mas uunahin niyang tapusin yung school works, yung requirements sa school, at dahil doon mawawalan na siya ng time na pakikipag-usap sa iba. Mas pipiliin niyang tapusin na lang yung schoolwork rather than having a bonding with its friends or family, di ba? Next is adolescence and nutrition. It is necessary for the adolescents to have sufficient amounts of vitamins such as B12, calcium, zinc, iron, riboflavin, and vitamin D. The vegetarian fad can be disastrous to adolescents who need vitamins, mineral, and protein which purely vegetable diets cannot provide. Vegetables are good, but this should be balanced with food intake that form high-quality nutrition, including protein sources in milk, dairy products, and eggs. Poor eating habit is manifested by often skipping meals, frequent taking of snack foods such as hamburger, fries, pizza, soft drinks, etc. at fast food eateries. Meaning, we all know that adolescence is sobrang matakaw sa pagkakain ng mga hindi masustansyang foods, di ba? Such as junk foods, street foods, fast foods, hamburgers, fries, chichirya, ganun. Mahilig sila sa mga ganun. So, dapat para mag-develop yung body nila ng maayos, that kumakain sila ng mga healthy such as gulay, vegetables, but it is not sufficient. Hindi siya sapat. Dapat meron din protein sa katawan ng isang adolescent dahil this stage is more likely ginagamit yung buong katawan na buong pwersa ng isang tao. Mapababae man or boy, is dapat meron silang protein sa katawan para makakilos sila ng mas malakas at mas mabilis. Lastly is the body image and the adolescent. Consciousness about the body image is strong during the adolescent period. It is important that the adolescents feel confidence about how they look, but the physical features of the human body, facial looks, body size, color of skin, etc. depend on the genetic heritage which must be respected. Meaning, yung mga adolescent is sobrang conscious sila about how they looks. Dapat lagi silang presentable, clear skin, maganda yung katawan, may abs, sexy, ganun, because they believe na if good looking ka or attractive ka, mas tumataas yung self-confident ng isang tao. But yun nga, having about your face, body size, color of skin, dapat yun yung nire-respect kasi galing yun sa magulang natin or sa parents natin. For example, maputi sila, dapat maputi ka din. And lastly is decorum and decency or good form and confidence. Dapat meron kang tiwala sa sarili mo at the same time is maganda yung inaasal mo o meron kang mabait na kalooban. Kasi ang tinitignan hindi naman lahat ng tao tumitingin sa good looking for sa physical appearance lamang. There are also people na tumitingin sa ugali ng isang tao which is more attractive for me. Kung mabait ka, mas gusto kang sasamahan ng ibang tao, mas maraming lalapit sa'yo. Though, yung mga gwapo, mga magaganda, effortless sila kasi attractive sila, mas madali silang lapitan. Pero ikaw, mas tatagal sa'yo yung tao kasi mabait ka at marunong ka makisama. And that's all my report. Thank you.